tries out new potential investigators.
Some interest in seeing what the group is all about and all that kind of stuff, huh?
And some new collaborations with fellow teams. And also endeavors in new uncharted territories.
For our knowledge, don't know what's up there, so we'll see here what we have. If you're curious, you can come out here. What?
Getting a chill for crazy.
Yeah, okay, you got it too. We're getting chills, guys.
I heard something too back behind me.
Something moved behind you?
Through the white noise, messages come through clear from the other side.
A disturbance or a very, you might not be pleased with the current living arrangements or something.
Oh my gosh.
I think your dad is, yeah, he's upset. He passed away. I think he's really been, that's one thing that is not settled well with him. Coming. All right, on time. Nice to see you again. All right, so you had some interest in seeing what the group is all about and all that kind of stuff, huh? All right, Paranormal Endeavors has been closed to recruiting, and we've actually had a full team for a while there. But we're actually opened up to taking on some new potentials. Going through the training process, and we also require a shadowing, which is where they are unofficially with the group, but they come along with us to see how it's done, kind of get some experience that way and see if it's something they might want to do. Okay. Well, I have to go through some training here, and then we have investigation actually coming up, so think you're ready for this? Not going to run screaming on me?
No.
Okay. No, you're not ready?
No, I'm not screaming.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome aboard here. We'll go through some of the stuff, and we'll see. Time will tell, and we'll see how good of an addition you will be. But I know that Jackie had vouched for you and stuff. So, and I've worked with you, and I've known you for a few years now. So I knew that you always had an interest. Since we recently opened back up for taking on some potential field researchers. A friend of mine has been interested in the group and has been interested in paranormal in general for a long time, and her name's Austin, and she finally sees this opportunity to see if maybe she'd be a fit. Perhaps this is something that she could see herself doing for a while.
I first heard of Paranormal Endeavors when they came and investigated my duplex.
And I was wondering, is there any way that we can cleanse the house? We ask you that you take the spirits that have been left here, bring them over to
And that was my first activity that I ever experienced. And then after that, I was just kind of interested in it, and I thought that they did a good job. And after that, we kind of stayed friends, the group, and I talked with the owner of Paranormal Endeavors, and about 2 years later, I finally get to be part of it and experience more and do more research on it and things like that. So I'm pretty excited to be going on my first investigation today.
This will be Austin's shadowing case. This will be the case that helps her decide if she wants to do this or not. When we open to recruiting, we're very serious about those that we take in. We don't want any flakes. We don't want anybody who just seen, a movie about paranormal and then they get all excited and they're like, oh, I want to do that. There has to be a drive, a passion. There's certain things that we look for, things that will keep them around a while, because this is not for everybody and people do burn out.
So tonight, our investigation is in Sioux City, which I'm really psyched for. Eric told me a little bit about it, which makes my interest I'm more interested about going. I definitely want to go and see what's going on with the house and the people who live there.
All right, so the Sioux City case is a duplex. It sounds like from the stories and what information we've gotten so far is that there's activity on both sides. The homeowner is very uncomfortable with what's going on. We really would prefer that it be gone. So we're definitely going to hurry up, get over there, see what it is, see if it is something that is indeed even threatening. But we can also see if we can go ahead and take care of it for her too if she still wishes after the investigation. We do prefer in cases like these to research it, see what it is, see if there's any messages, who it might be, what they might want, and in some cases what it might want, before any kind of changing of the atmosphere, cleansings, blessings, smudgings, or anything of that umbrella comes into play.
With a team out of West Central Iowa area, and so it'll be interesting to co-work with somebody, because I always thought that would be nice, and I prepared us for that because it'd be nice to work with somebody else. Now it's just really long drive there. We'll meet up with them first, and then we'll continue the other 3/4 of the trip up to Sioux City then after that. So any initial thoughts? I have worked with them before, not solely with them. I've had investigations with other teams with them happening to be present, like gone to paranormal conferences and stuff like that. So, and they've happened to be there, so it's kind of a not just with them. So this will be kind of first case where it's our group with just them, and it'll be kind of nice.
We're here. Nice to see you again. Joe.
West Central Iowa Paranormal. Matt Pruitt is the leader of that team, and he'll be joining us on this one. I've been friends with Matt for a while. We've investigated out in the field before numerous places, also with Jackie Carpenter. And it's been a while since they've been out in the field, so I'm glad to help them out and give them some more experience and take them along here and see what can happen, the joint force.
Cool. Yep. All right. We're ready to go. Get going. Do this.
All right, here we are.
Being my first time actually working with another group is pretty interesting. Working with the West Central Iowa team was very cool. Like, we were very professional about everything, but yet we could still joke around and have some fun too.
I'm Eric Kline, talked to you a couple times on the phone. Sorry. This is
Joe.
Yeah, he's with the other team, and your name again?
Matt.
Jackie, she's with us, she's on camera, and this is Austin, also with Endeavors. So, So from here, we'll go ahead and if you want to kind of tell us just general information about some of the stuff that you may have told me. 'Cause none of them know about that. Just some of it. You don't have to go into all that detail, but some of the highlights and maybe show us around some locations.
The freakiest time was I was sitting there. We didn't have that there. The only window that was open was that dining room window over there. You could literally see a hand about right here pushing his curtain out. And these ones back here were just going crazy back and forth.
Interesting. Okay.
Very interesting.
So like imprint of the hand, like it was going
Yeah,
like
you
this?
can see somebody back there. The first thing I looked for was my cat, but he was sitting right there, watching.
Okay. So is that a little confirmation thing that the cat was watching too?
Yeah. It's been, well, I think my cat is used to it,
Yeah.
so he doesn't react to nothing anymore. These guys don't sense anything
Yeah.
for whatever reason, I don't know why. Okay, like this, but this one was wide open like this.
Okay.
Okay. I come in, make a cup of coffee, close it, go back out. This one is wide open. And that's when I figured it out, is like really playing games with me tonight.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't just come open with air or gravity, you have to actually give it a pull.
Yep.
Okay.
Like I said, this was the first one, I didn't think nothing of it.
Yeah.
But when it was that one, that's when I figured it out.
Okay.
This one actually really kind of sticks too. So I mean, it's
Yeah.
not like it just comes open.
Mhm.
Yep. Now, the basement is just creepy.
Okay, is that where that goes?
Yeah, but it was actually a few nights ago, my friend's daughter, she's 8, she was downstairs with me doing laundry, and she comes screaming across the basement to me. She's like, "There's spiders on me." I didn't say nothing to her, I knew exactly what it was.
Mm-hmm.
She said she didn't see anything. So we asked her, I was like, "Hey, Rim, did you see something?" She said she didn't see nothing.
Okay.
So we let that go. You know, we didn't tell her anything more.
Was it the actual sight of the spider? So like she saw it?
No,
or is it just a feeling?
There's cobwebs on the base, or down in the basement, but I've never seen a spider down there. She felt like there were spiders crawling on her.
Like literally all over.
Yeah, and there was nothing down there.
Okay.
But when she moved from that spot, she didn't feel it no more.
Mhm.
She stood right by me.
Okay. Because one thing that we attribute that to is that some say that ectoplasm are actually walking through the fogginess can have a cobwebby, tingly sensation. So I'm kind of wondering if that was maybe possible camera location. Yeah. Because I remember that. 'Cause I was talking to you about it because you said somebody originally told you to do blessing or do something like that. But
Yeah,
you were
Catholic
afraid to.
priest, but I was afraid to.
Yeah. And then I told you to at least set your boundaries and whatnot. Most of the time, they, especially when they're earthbound, are just spirits that were in human form before. They usually listen.
Yeah, whatever it is very obedient. I can see that.
Okay, good. You've been creeped out. You don't like this part of it?
No, when we looked at this place, we opened it up, and when I first saw it, I was fine with it. But after being here for a few weeks,
Yeah.
I just got the creepy feeling. And a lot of people that come down here get a creepy feeling.
Okay. Yeah, this would be creepy feelings and creepy places are where we like to go.
Oh yeah, that was off.
Yeah, I guess
When he came
when we
down
come
here-
down
when we
here,
came
this
down
was
here.
like this, and it was supposed to be on it. So I don't know, but
I've never heard anything down there.
okay. Since Sarah and Miles couldn't make it to this one, actually Kim couldn't either, still needed someone to go ahead and jot down some more stories and sit down with the client and go through the history a little bit better. So I had Jackie do that because she was actually next in line as historian after Kim. And so she gladly stepped up and sat down with the client, got some more information.
It wasn't like an animal because whatever it was moving around a lot. You know, there was no like scratching or anything. She said it sounded like somebody was in there. You know, but I've never heard anything. So, but you know, you could hear her so much. Anyway, but I don't know. She jumped out of her seat. She said, "Did you hear that?"
Did she say what it sounded like?
She said it sounded like something over there was like shaking or something, like rumbling or something. And I told her, I said, "No, I didn't hear anything." You know, and we were sitting right here, and his room's right there. You know, and she heard it, but we didn't. So I don't know what it was. I don't know. In the religion that we were in, you know, we have sage, and I'll burn it. You know, so if there's anything in there, hopefully it'll leave. You know, but other than that,
These guys told me to set boundaries with it, and I have, and it has obeyed.
really,
Like it cannot mess with the baby no more, and it cannot scare me when I'm alone at night anymore.
yeah.
Did he mail this? No. Uh-oh.
Nothing like some good force. When me and the client were in the closet looking at the door, the hidden door that was in there, and trying to figure out why it wasn't opening, she ended up getting a screwdriver and trying to like pry it open. Ooh. My heart rate just started quickening.
Was it from what I did, or?
No, like you're feeling. Setup for this case went very smooth, in my opinion. Both teams were helping each other out with either taping or setting up cameras or motion sensors, anything like that. We all pretty much worked as one big team, even though we were two separate ones, so it worked out really well in our favor.
Alright, this is a new device that we have. It's really just a combination, a one-stop shop of different items that we have. Go ahead and set this up. It's one of our pods, is what we call it.
Interesting.
Yep, so if anything messes with it or whatnot, the bell will move. Motion lights could go off potentially. And they have a sonic measuring device too, so it's supposed to be measuring out, and if something cuts that beam, then it will show, you know. So, let's see here if upstairs does anything for us.
Is that you?
No.
Did you hear that too?
Yeah, sounds like it was right here.
Right where?
Right here.
When most of the team was up in the attic, the client and I were in the master bedroom, and she was talking and telling me a little bit more about what had been going on to her during her whole experience of living there. And we heard 3 knocks that were pretty much right behind her head. So that was kind of an interesting thing to pick up for me and the client being by ourselves in that room.
Was that them?
I don't think so, because it sounded like it was right here.
It sounded like it hit that wall.
If there's anyone down here with us, can you please do that again?
See, I never get a response either when something like that happens. Yeah, like with the toy the other night. I asked it, show me it was here, and I couldn't get nothing.
Yeah.
I even started taking pictures.
Yeah, that was loud.
That's just a way that maybe we can communicate. It's got a green light on it. And if you get near it, it might.
We heard, over here, we heard 3 tapping, someone tapping.
Probably, I don't think I was over here.
But it was right here, and it tapped 3 times.
Straight up. And then that's the rest of it's insulation, so we can't really go much farther.
Downstairs, she was sitting on the bed, and I was standing close to the bed. And that first door that you go to walk out, and it's that first door on your left. We heard
That closet door?
Yeah. We heard what sounded like someone knocking 3 times.
Okay.
Like a tap, tap,
Did you
tap.
knock back?
Yeah.
And did it knock again?
Mm-mm.
There's a bell here. Free to move it if you want. Set off these lights here. There's a motion sensor here. Blink a red light. If you're curious, you can come out here. You can do it now or when we leave. That's fine. Or pass by this device in front of it. There's a red light, red dot on that wall there. Feel free to do anything to that if you want.
Does that light have a delay on it to where it shuts off after so many seconds, or does it just go off when there's no motion?
I believe it just has like shuts off in so many seconds.
Well, let's wait for that to go off again here.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I don't know if it's too much light or something. It was just.
Okay, it's gone off again. Can you make that light come back on again? Please. Or was that total coincidence? I'm gonna call it coincidence. Oh, you like that camera on that thing, don't you?
Take as many pictures as I can.
Okay, I just need to get the K2 and this. So I'm going to have you run the K2 device here. This measures electromagnetic fields, and which, like I said in the training, I went over that it's believed that if they're sporadic or unknown or unexplainable EMF fields, it could be something potentially paranormal. So here we go. These lights indicate the strength. The green one is the base. Get you into the whole EVP thing here. So start asking some questions. I'm going to start loading up the full spectrum camera.
You want me to ask questions?
Yeah, to get started, you got to get your feet wet at some point. Remember how to start it? Remember, we went over some of that in training. Start out very broad, narrow it down. Simple questions like, is there anybody here with us right now? Do you want us to be here? Do you need help? You know, things like that. If you start getting responses with certain questions, then we continue to expand on those.
Is there anyone here tonight? If there is, can you make a sound? A thump or a thud or a knock?
Are you able to come out and give us an indication that you're here? Could you give us a sign that you're present? There, ask that. Was that you giving us a noise?
Can you repeat it? Is that you giving us a noise? If it was, can you make it again?
Chills. Motion light in the hallway. If you're in there, could you do that again? Are you in the attic stairs? Is that your closet? If you're in the attic right now, are you able to ring that bell? What do you say that since we haven't really had a whole lot up here, that we go maybe downstairs, try our luck there?
Sounds good.
Okay. Try going downstairs. Whole lot upstairs going on right now. Yeah, I didn't really have anything of any major going on at all downstairs either. Yeah. I did get that like spidery feeling, but I think it's just surroundings. Yeah. Doing that to me more than anything. Being down in like a dirty area, you know, with the dirt everywhere.
I was feeling the same way.
And now we're in the living room area, ground level. See if there's something that maybe will go off here. We have an EM pump actually up next to the stairs, and that is supposed to, theory behind that is spirit may need additional EMF, electromagnetic fields, to do stuff or manifest.
That was me.
And sporadic EMF can also be potentially linked to paranormal something. So with the EM pump, it's supposed to increase likelihood or give more juice, so to speak, that something could potentially use it to do something. So now we're down here. K2 again. If there's anybody down here with us, are able to give us some kind of an indication, you can come out and communicate. Remember what I advised. If you're down here, I'll advise it again if you didn't get the information upstairs. But this device has a green light on it. Potentially you can see that, and you just have to pass by it or come up close to it to set off more lights. You can do that for yes, and you can back off or do nothing for no, as we're trying to address or ask on yes or no questions, try to make it easier to establish a communication of some sort. I think what we'll try to do then is hook up one of these to the little TV with the white noise and see if we can get some kind of a visual effect. So try that now next, before we go into more of the spiritual. That's what I used right there. Alright, what we're trying to do here is form transcommunication. It's actually familiar. It's similar to what they do if you've seen the movie White Noise or anything like that. That's actually, they did in that was just had it on the white snow and took forever, and in real life it can take forever to get something that method. What we're trying to do here is actually using the feedback on it. It actually provides some form of a platform or channel that they can, spirit can come in on potentially. And so, seen this done before. This is our first time for endeavors to try it, and might have a place here. This is just experimental. We'll try it a couple times throughout and see if it's something that will stick. But we'll have to watch footage back then later and see if we get anything that is more than just a flashing. If we get a figure or apparition or something on there, so, or a face.
When it starts doing that, some weird things come from it.
Yeah.
Like right there, did you see that one?
Yeah, it's like moving back and forth real quick. Sometimes I see it move from right to left.
The white noise experiment that we did for the first time was definitely interesting. I saw a few shapes and shadows here and there.
When I opened up in the spiritual just a little bit, that was kind of interesting. Did you see that?
Well, my phone buzzed on me for some reason. It just happened to look.
Okay. Whoever you are here, I know that I don't think that your intention is malicious. I think that may come off that way unintentionally, but sometimes you're also trying to get the attention of the residents here, Janet in particular, and I think that they're just trying to get her attention, not necessarily spook her, but just something, whether it's just letting her know that you are here, letting her know that you're watching over her. But you do need to know that at times there's moments where you may come off and you're actually scaring her. And just want you to know that if you're intentionally doing that, that's not necessary. And she's perfectly fine with allowing you to stay if you're be nice and just communicate in a civil way, and methods and techniques that don't disturb her sleep or her lifestyle here, and just let her be, but at the same time welcome to still coexist.
There's like some serious creepy crawlies going on here.
You do?
Yes. Like itchies all over.
Okay. What's the temperature, Austin?
62.7.
From what? Did it go down, go up?
It's kind of been staying in between 63 and 61, in between there.
If you're the man that I picked up on briefly when we first got here, is that you here with us right now? Even spiritually, there wasn't a whole lot going on. I was picking up on at least one dominant entity that was there, but what happens, or what I think had happened actually, was that since his duplex is two buildings, two halves into one building, he went on to the other side. I think most of the hauntings or most of the activity or energies that go on there are linked to a common individual or common energy that's causing it on both halves. I don't exactly have a good name for it yet, but it's where I open up to let random words or images come through, and then I say what I'm getting at that point. So it's kind of like my version of the obelisk. But unlike that device, you can actually hear me.
Hopefully I can understand.
Yeah. I should, for you, I should just deliberately be like. Yeah. All right. I get kind of a metal dinner, like a tin aluminum dinner plate with a lasagna on it. I don't know. I'm kind of circling back to food again. I don't know what that is. Whether it's somebody. Dinner is an important time of the day. Better eat. Don't be hungry. But it's I don't know what it is. It's spaghetti this time. It's making me hungry. Visions of things are very sparse right now. Very few and far between right now. We stop and I'll probably do a re-channeling here in a moment. But any of that?
Mm-hmm.
What parts?
Our family sat down together every night and ate dinner.
Okay.
The tin, maybe Dad always did rendezvous.
Okay.
You know what those are?
I've heard of them, but what?
It's like dressing up in, oh gosh, like the early, like the pioneer days clothes.
Okay.
We used to do that.
Was he always, from teenage years on up, always big?
Yes. You know? Oh, teenage years? No, he was in the Navy.
Okay. Because I get, what I'm seeing is someone he's younger, he's probably in his either late 20s or mid 30s, somewhere in there, and he is, he's taller, yes, but I would still consider him within the, for guy-sized pants, 32, 34, really? 34 maybe. So he hasn't
maybe
been, he's not big yet.
Navy.
Okay. And that can happen. I mean, I've been in several cases too where spirits manifest not as they were when the age that they passed, but actually they come back at an earlier time.
and present themselves as, you know, it's like people who maybe had an amputated leg when they passed away. They actually come back with that leg and they're younger.
Yeah.
Because when my dad passed away, he passed away at home. We took care of him. He waited for my oldest boy to fall asleep. And within 10 minutes of Lucas falling asleep is when he
Chills.
passed.
Chills. Did you get them? They're strong enough over here. Did you get them?
Not yet.
This thing
Say
keeps
Lucas
jumping.
again.
Lucas.
Yeah. Talk about Lucas.
Oh my gosh, Lucas and my dad were like really close. They were buddies. He
Chills.
The tent keeps jumping around too.
I think we have something here.
was, I think Lucas had that bond. He would have had that bond growing up. Like I
From
had
68
with my dad.
to 70.
I mean, seriously, in the 6th grade, we were out at the gun range. I knew how to do anything and everything with a black powder rifle.
Okay.
Lucas would have been 3. My nose is freezing.
Yeah, I'm getting chills here. How old's Lucas now?
He just turned 11.
Where is Lucas now?
Yeah, the person who gave birth to me has him.
See how much is jumping?
Yeah.
So Lucas would have been
Chills.
3. Tyler was still in diapers. He was in his choo-choo phase. He wore Thomas the Train shirts.
With somebody, I almost got a sense of sorrow here, like they're mourning or they're missing Lucas or his presence, or there's a disturbance or a very he might not be pleased with the current living arrangements or something.
Oh my gosh.
I think your dad is, yeah, he's upset.
For the more spiritual side of things, there was a point in time there where the client was actually tearing up, and I had witnessed Eric doing the more spiritual side before, so he's definitely good at it. And it was pretty interesting because there was just like a whole different like vibe once you started doing the more spiritual. Like you definitely felt something different.
I don't want to say the A word's coming out, but abuse of some sort.
Mental.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I know there is.
Okay.
They brainwashed them boys.
Chills. Yeah. I get that, and I get your father is more than aware of what's going on too, and since
How many
he
times-
passed away, I think he's really been, that's one thing that just has not settled well with him.
You know how many times Candy and I have said, if my dad was still alive, it would not be like this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I really think that's honestly what I'm getting right now is who's predominantly with you right now. And he's been trying to get that across, and he cannot rest or completely cross over until something is done with that situation. It needs to be changed.
I don't have the money to do it.
Okay.
Is Dad mad that I'm with Mike?
No.
I've read the court papers before he told me the story, so I fully believe it. And I wouldn't trade him for the world. And
During full-blown spiritual side of the investigation, an individual did come through, dominantly had a message, and this is exactly one of the reasons why we do what we do, especially when it comes to the spiritual side of our investigations.
yeah, the only reason Lucas and Tyler are over there is because I don't have the money to go back into court. They have guardianship. That's it. And I asked the judge to let them have guardianship temporarily because we were living in a 1-bedroom apartment. I just had him. He was only a few weeks old. And I did not have a job. I did not have a car yet.
It's your dad. He's definitely just kind of does as he pleases. He doesn't.
or asking him to come out and do things, and he's
That's
just
my
like,
dad.
I'll do it when I want to do it.
That's my dad.
Just the Lucas thing. It's hurting him. With that part of it, it's more of the, you know better than that, raised you better than that. That's, I think, why even in jail, he was there to be like, you're here, and I know I haven't left you, but I want you to get back on track now. I think now is the time, especially where he's just realizing, okay, now I think you're mature enough, grown up enough to where you need to have Lucas back. And, you know, it's the next step, I think. But
I did grow up a lot from it.
So, Matt, yes. I didn't need talking to you about this. Okay, so after that spiritual session, you went upstairs and it didn't really get much. And
No, pretty peaceful. I mean, calm. I didn't get any sense of any
being watched or anything.
Watched or, you know, just normal, completely normal.
And downstairs?
Same way.
Same thing?
I thought it was a little nicer down there, a little warmer. But yeah, it's my epic house is a lot. Just seems calm right now.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, to sum it up from what we have now, of course, we still have, in terms of physical evidence and stuff, we still have things to review and whatnot. There could still be stuff that comes up later that we didn't capture with personal experiences. But while we're here, other than what you guys had heard, those knocks on that door upstairs earlier, there wasn't really a whole lot that I experienced in terms of physical manifestation. Spiritually, though, and again, this is just based off of what I got here tonight. Anybody else, I know that you're open to it too, to an extent, and that you're working on it. But if there's anything, and Austin, kind of the same with you too. But there's jump in at any point. But primarily, that's who it seems like it is. I did pick up on a couple individuals that are here. The one that's predominantly in here, or on this half at least, it's pretty safe to say it is the father, and he's primarily with you, kind of more of a life guide, spirit guide individual right now. And I think at some point, once he's at rest and things get resolved that haven't been, probably won't be seeing much of him or hearing much of him or smelling much of him anymore. I think he'll be content enough to go cross over completely to the other side, and you won't experience him again. But until then, I think he'll be he can't rest. And the other individual, it's kind of a little more, no harm either with him, but he's more of I want to scare you when you're alone kind of person. He's primarily on the other side, but he does come over here once in a while. I think he's the one that was messing around with the child. I don't get that was your dad. Dad's more of a watcher. And that's kind of what we got here too. I mean, he'd be like, can you give us a sign? Can you say something? And you're just like, I'll do it when I want to do it. I don't feel like I really want to do it right now. But you guys can keep on asking all you want, but you're just going to waste your time.
That's my dad. I'm telling you.
So that's what we got.
For Austin's first experience, she did very well. She definitely is a quick learner and picks up on things without having to be told multiple times.
Well, thanks for having us. It was interesting, even though it doesn't fall in the highest of the physical activity that we have, but in some ways that's a good thing, But hopefully, I think what needed to be said that it picked up on, even though it was your father, very elusive, but I still detect him. But thanks for having us.
Thank you very, very much. It was, I feel a lot better.
Yeah, good. Like I said, contact us if something happens or changes. Not too far. the individuals in this group, we're like a family. We all know each other pretty well. We know each other outside and hang out outside of the group as well. But trying to get everybody together in the same spot at the same time can prove to be very difficult. One of the examples actually was a photo shoot. We're trying to just have a group photo. I think it would be easy to get everyone together. Not always, and it's actually very difficult to. We almost got everybody together for this photo shoot, but then Jackie had to get sick.
You get us?
It's on.
Okay, good. Alright, or just do stuff.
Do stuff?
Yeah, just do
stuff?
Just
Strike a pose. This is, we always do this every time. It's like, okay, really, let's get serious.
And then this way?
And then this way?
Kind of like yeah, like that.
But I'd make the recommendation, the women in the middle and the guys I want on each side.
Okay, we can try that.
Excuse me.
That's a nice pose there.
Good. Any other suggestions? You can see it, we can shoot.
This is good clearance over here.
Good clearance, Clarence. Roger. What's our vector picture?
I'm hot.
It's right now.
I know. I better leave the room.
Trying to think of a creepy one.
What I think would be really cool is if you had the camera, a tree with her staggered above her, him, and then you around the tree. That would be a great shot.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
No, I'm just saying for a still, that would be awesome.
But it was a good time. Goofed off a little, got out of the seriousness just a bit of what we do, and it's kind of nice to just kind of chillax.
Much better.
PE? I feel like I'm in school.
Well, if I do it this one, Spock. Star Trek.
I'm a Star Wars.
We're already Spock. Alright. Serious face,
Okay,
like you're
serious
just walking
face,
in
you're
and
gonna
seeing someone.
You need to turn a little, yeah.
You need to shut your Bible. Go.
Well, we can go on when we spend more time, when we get
So
together.
what you're
when
saying
have
is
more
you want to
time.
go out into the woods with a camera.
See, that's
Vaseline, a garden gnome, and a slip and slide.